Hey everyone, this is Lesky here, back to another FIFA 21 Pro Clubs player build for you guys today. And in this video, we have for you a new center forward build, which was requested in the comments by a couple of viewers. They wanted me to make a Thierry Henry build. So I decided to make a center forward build because I thought that was the best position and stats for a Thierry Henry build rather than a winger or a striker. Thierry Henry is listed as 6'2" on FIFA. So I decided not to go for 6'2". I bumped it down all the way to 6 foot. So you'll still have some height, pretty tall. But 6'2", you're just not as fast as I would like, especially for an Henry build. 6 foot, 119. So we went the fastest possible way at 6 foot. We went for the lowest weight. And that actually got us to 90 acceleration, 90 sprint speed, which isn't terrible for an Henry build. He was very fast in real life, but this is the fastest you can get him as a 6-footer. I think we could actually add 2 more acceleration on him if we wanted to for a little bit more skill points, but we'll get to that once we get to the skill tree, and you can see what y'all can do to switch it up if y'all like. But here's some of the attributes. Again, just on the body page, I'm listed as 6 foot, 119 pounds, and once you have that, you'll be good to go. And so now let's move on to the skill tree. Alright guys, so as you guys can see on this playstyle screen, I'm listed as a center forward, 6 foot, 119 pounds, and right-footed. And on the bottom right, you can see that this build is an 88 overall. But for some of y'all, it might be a little bit less, or it could be even higher of an overall than mine. So now hopping over to the skill tree, we're going to start with the physical side of things. And on this left side, we went all the way down to the strength advanced focus and all the way down to the jumping focus. What I was really wanting to get was that 80 strength, which is what we have on his left winger card. Thierry Henry's 90 rated left winger card. He is 80 strength, so that's what I was shooting for, and that's what we did. We got that 80 strength, and then we have 91 jumping. On all of Henry's cards, he has had very poor jumping, it looks like. On his winger card, he has 67 jumping. His 93 rated striker card, 70 jumping. So yeah, very poor jumping, but we're going to have better jumping than that anyways, since we can't really do anything about it. Since we wanted that extra strength, it's going to upgrade the jumping as well. On this right section, we went all the way to the second wind like I do in all my builds. If you are an innie and you're going to use this build as an innie, I suggest taking off the second wind and adding it further down to anything on the skill tree, like dribbling, passing, shooting, or maybe pace. I think we have one slot left on pace that we haven't filled out. Going over to dribbling now, we can see that we have pretty much this whole left side filled out except for these 2 balances. Because on all of his cards, it looks like Henry had pretty bad balance. It's in the 60s on all of his cards, except for his player moments card, which is a crazy 94 rated striker. But even that's only at 75 balance. But his 93 rated striker is at 66 balance, and his 90 rated winger is at 63 balance. So we tried to make it somewhat realistic and lower that a bit. So we lowered that to 80. We took off the balance and the balance specialty, which saved us some skill points as well. We wanted to get that agility all the way up. He's had very good agility. On his 90 rated left winger card, he has 88 agility, 63 balance. So we have 87 agility, 80 balance. So not too bad. I decided to go for the 5-star skills. If y'all want, Henry only has 4-star skills and a 4-star weak foot. So y'all don't have to go for the 5-star skills. I decided to anyways, because I'm a big fan of 5-star skilling on this game, and it's just so helpful and useful. So you don't have to go for those 5-star skills if you don't want to. You can definitely just settle for the 4-star skills and add those skill points anywhere else, maybe more to balance if you really want to. You could add some to balance, which I didn't really notice too much of a deal when I was using the build, that 80 balance, which really isn't too bad of a number anyways. On this right side, I believe he does have the flare trait. Let me check real quick. Yeah, he has the flare trait. So we went for the flare. We for sure had to get that. Even though players don't have the flare trait, I'll still add it just because I love that. I love it so much. It's just so clutch, and it's become so useful in so many different situations. So we got this whole right side except for the little extra stuff like the ball control focus, which is pretty clutch. If you have some extra skill points that you want to add, I would suggest adding that, because it'll give you +2 ball control and +1 dribbling, make your guy feel really nice on the ball. I wouldn't suggest adding this ball control specialty or dribbling advanced focus. Just go down to the flare trait and get that 4 or 5-star skills if you'd like, and then you'll be good to go on the dribbling page. So now moving over to passing. On this, we only have 1 skill point on passing, And that's solely because I think we just had one extra skill point at the end of this build, and we needed somewhere to put it. So I decided just to up that long passing even more, because on his 90 rated left winger card, he actually has better passing than us. He has 89 short passing, which we're not going to be able to get to unless we add skill points there. He has 82 crossing, which is better. 89, I already said that. 76 long passing, which is also better, which is why I tried to bump that up a little bit. And then he has 90 curve, which is something we're just not going to be able to get at all. And then that 88 vision, which is way higher than ours. See, like, it might have been more realistic to make a winger build for this just because of the passing. But I have some more winger builds coming to my channel in the future anyways. But, yeah, I don't know. Just there's some downsides and upsides. Like, if I would have made him a 6'2" winger, he would have been somewhat fast, but his strength would be really weak. And I was really wanting to get that 80 strength mark. So that's why we didn't add anything to passing, or that's why we basically just made a center forward build anyways. But since you are center forward, you shouldn't be focusing on passing too much anyways. You're going to be the one scoring. So that's really not too big of a deal. And now we're going to move on to the shooting section. Over here on shooting, just one thing before I start telling you about what I have on this skill tree. This build is probably, from all the builds that I have used recently, and just any builds that I can think of, like as a center forward striker build, this is probably the best build that I've used for like finishing. Like, I was finishing every single chance I had with this build. Like, I wasn't choking any one-on-ones or even any like shots from like out, like high up on the box, like inside the box, but like higher up, like 17, 16 yards away. Like, they were all just banging in like crazy, going in the side netting and everything. And then you have a crazy shot power for a 6-foot skinny guy. 84 shot power is actually really good for pro clubs with the 89 long shots. And then Henry has the finesse shot trait on FIFA, so we had to get that, which is very nice since we don't have very much curve. We don't have as much curve as he has on his cards, so that finesse shot trait will make up for it definitely. So we went for the 4-star weak foot because, like I said, he's got 4-star weak foot, 4-star skills. So we have the 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot. And again, if you want to take off the 5-star skills, go for it. But that 93 finishing, I've had other builds with 93 finishing. It's just, this actually feels like it was 93 finishing. I was making literally everything, and I loved it, especially just for finishing. It was a very clinical build to use. One of the most clinical builds I have used that I can recall. Or maybe it was just my finishing that day was just on point. I'm not too sure. I just really liked it. But, so yeah, all you're going to have to do is go down to this weak foot on the left into this finesse shot on the left section as well, and then you're good to go on the shooting section. That'll get you everything you need. Reviewing his stats compared to his 90 rated winger card and his 93 rated striker card. He has 91 finishing on his winger card. It goes up to 94 on the striker. So we're kind of like in between that with 93, pretty solid. He has 83 shot power on his winger card. We have 84, so that's pretty freaking good. We have one more over that. He has 86 volleys. We got 90 volleys. 84 long shots. We have 89 long shots, so that's even better. Better long shots, better volleys, better shot power. He has 80 heading accuracy. We have 84 heading accuracy, and this is the 90 rated left winger card that I'm looking at, his icon card on Ultimate Team. So we have better finishing. We have better heading accuracy, better shot power, better long shots, better volleys, and even better penalties. And then free kick, actually, he has 84. We have 80, which we're not going to bump up, so we kind of just have to settle with that. But in every single shooting stat on this page, it's better, except for free kick accuracy, which is the most irrelevant out of all of them. So this build is very good. Like I said, very good build for finishing your chances. I loved it just for that mostly. And now moving on to the last section, which is pace, which is something we could change just to get this extra acceleration if you'd like. But I was looking on his cards, and it looks like the only card that he had more acceleration than sprint speed was his 87, his lowest rated card when he was a baby, when he was younger, his baby card. He had 94 acceleration, 92 sprint speed. So if we wanted to, we could do 92 acceleration, 90 sprint speed. But other than that, like, his left winger card is 90 pace, 89 acceleration, 90 sprint speed. His 93 rated striker card is 94 pace, 94 acceleration, 94 sprint speed, which is honestly just, we can't get it that fast for a 6-foot center forward anyways. So that's what we're going to have to settle with. But like, again, if you're playing any, like what I would suggest is taking off the second wind. If you don't mind taking off the skills, no, actually you could keep the skills. Keep the skills, take off the second wind, take off the long passing. One extra long passing is not going to do much, and then boom, you get 2 extra acceleration. That's what I would recommend if you're playing any. If you really want that extra pace and you're not playing any, I would keep the second wind. Let's see, you would have to take off the skill moves. That's what you would have to do. That's your only chance. And then boom. So do you think that 2 acceleration is worth losing skill moves? Like, if you're not going to be the person to do any 5-star skills, then there's really no point for you to have them. You might as well just have that extra pace. But if you're somebody that really likes doing skills, like especially 5-star skills, then you're going to want that. And then this +2 pace isn't really going to mean anything to you anyways. You might as well just keep the 5-star skills. But this build was actually pretty fast, even for only being 90-90. I guess just because I'm 6 foot, like I got a bigger body type, and you just look like you run faster. I don't know if it might just be totally wrong. It just looks like bigger dudes that are really fast just look like they run even faster than smaller dudes. But that's probably just in my head. But let me put this back to what I had. Yeah, long passing. So we have to settle for the 90-90, which I really didn't see much of a problem with in all the games that I played. I got in behind a few times, one-on-one with the keeper, and finished it, and it really did not seem too bad at all. But again, like I said, if you want that extra pace, those are the alternatives for you guys. But this is going to wrap it up for this build, guys. Let me know in the comments what y'all think of this build if y'all do try it out. And if y'all aren't already subscribed to the channel, could y'all please do that now for me? And if you could hit that like button on this video for that YouTube algorithm, I would greatly appreciate that as well. Thank you guys for watching. Y'all have a great rest of y'all's day, and peace out.